And you remind me a lot of Lou, my new boss. I want to introduce you to Lou.
Somebody tapped me on the shoulder and said, Lou. And I turned around and go, you're not Lou. I have yet to meet Lou.
Oh, you will.
I don't want to.
Why?
If two doppelgangers meet in the same place.
I'll call you Lou Jr.
Everyone has called me Lou Jr. all day anyway. Okay. What are we going over today? Do you have anything in particular?
Just random stuff. I was actually going to talk a little bit about All Staff Day.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Welcome to In the Library with
Marsha
and Adrian. Today is a special day for us because it is our All Staff Day. Do you want to talk about All Staff Day?
I will a little bit. So all of our library branches are closed today for all staff training. We do training once a year. A lot of times we'll have other trainings throughout the year at either staff meetings or conferences or online digital trainings that the reference department provide for us. But today is kind of a great thing because all of the branches, all of the staff comes together. So if you work in multiple locations or if you have worked in multiple locations, the one thing I want to talk about, so for me this year, this is the first time in 15 years that I was actually not on the All Staff Day committee, but my fellow cohort here, Adrian, this was actually your first year on the All Staff Day committee. So how did you feel about setting this up today? And are all your dreams coming true as this day progresses?
Well, I've had dreams since I first went to sleep. But I don't know, it's fine.
Well, most of your stuff kicks in the afternoon, right? Most of the stuff that you're doing is kicking in the afternoon.
That is correct.
So you really are just, this is a prequel. We're actually taking a break over lunch. Poor Adrian's trying to finish eating his lunch, but we're taking a little lunch break. But the trainings for this day include anything from technology and customer service and reference and programming and diversity and children's books. So there's really something for everyone. We offer breakout sessions. The bookmobile's here. Our outreach services truck is here. So any staff who has never been familiar with those things can. We do staff recognition. If you've been here in a milestone, which is every 5 years. This is my 22 year, so womp womp. I was recognized during COVID with my 20th. But so we have all kinds of things that go on. Some of our board members were here this morning. We also provide some food, which is local, both for our coffee and our lunches were sponsored from local establishments. So I don't know. I was just going to talk a little bit about All Staff Day, I guess. What do you have to add?
Well, I'm really hoping that there's going to be some training on how to tie my shoes because I could really use some practice on that.
Well, you're in luck. So you can do that this afternoon. We are actually recording this from the Ellis branch, which is where All Staff Day is being held. And we're actually upstairs at the reference department, which is my new humble abodes. I'm moving over here to the Ellis Reference Center, and it's right across from the fairgrounds on M50. And don't forget about us upstairs. There's so much great stuff here. The view of the river is here.
Say not to forget you, but I don't even know who you are.
You've already forgotten me. Has it been that long? Have you already forgotten me? But yeah, so I just thought we could talk a little bit about that. What are some of your involvement in today? Do you want to share any of those with our listeners? What are some of the things that you've prepared? I know some of these answers.
Well, I showed up today and I've sat down in a seat and I've been talked at.
So I can't get a feel for you. Are you enjoying it? Did you enjoy the Zing train, the Zingerman's training on customer service? How'd you feel about that?
I got talked at a lot.
It's just like spending the day with me, huh? Is that how you feel?
You talk at me a lot.
I know. Poor Adrian. He wanted a little more back and forth in this podcast, but he says I'm like a freight train. I just roll right through. So he does not necessarily get that chance or a chance to enjoy it. But yeah, so they do a customer service training. We've had him here a couple other times. This is our third time that we've had him here. Hello, Chris, would you like to come join our podcast? Would you like to be a guest on our podcast today?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, that seems to be the consensus that we're getting from all staff. But yes, this is, so we have different staff members from all around the county. Chris works at the Dundee branch. You can go visit her there. And
so today we are getting together as all of our staff. We haven't had too many casualties yet today, so day is still young.
Don't give her ideas. Don't give her any ideas. She does
not.
not.
I'm up here to prevent loss, like loss prevention.
Oh my goodness. Oh, funny.
So if you haven't already, you should check out our YouTube channel. You can find us at YouTube, and our username on YouTube is mymclsmi. We had just uploaded a music video to the YouTube in honor of All Staff Day. So go and check out Marsha and some of the other circulation people from Bedford. Check it out.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, I thought this was awesome. I've been telling people today who've already tuned in and loved it. What was awesome about this was clearly the videographer and the director. He had a vision. We had no music, no sound. We were just being kind of silly. And you were great. You were like, do this guitar solo here. You just had a vision. And then must I say, am I safe to guess that you were the lyricist as well? Because those lyrics were hilarious and amazing and so perfect. They're so perfect for, I don't want to give too much away if you haven't had a chance to view it yet, but I loved that it was like, I think the cover is teal. I love that you covered so many questions that we get. And just a reminder to the patrons and even to the staff. I also like to remind staff, especially new staff or maybe younger staff, that kind of forget that we have reference departments and we have people that you could contact and reach out to them anytime you have a question or any help that you need. I also want to give a shout out to your wonderful wife, because I didn't know when I first got the sneak preview from you, I was like, is that Amber? I was trying to think of like who you got to sing it. And I was trying to think of somebody from Bedford and I was like, she's so good. And at the end I was like, oh yeah, it's Amanda. But I thought that later. You can cut that if you don't want her name on here.
She's a profession. Well, she went to school for vocal music, but she was very upset that I was recording into a laptop mic. She's like, this is the worst recording setup I've ever had to record into.
Well, she made it work because she sounded great. I didn't know if she wanted to be thrown under the bus. I did see you gave her credit at the end, but about halfway through, I was like, oh, I bet that's who it is. And I did think, no fair, she can really sing. But that's a hard song. First of all, it's hard because it's higher. For me especially, but second of all, because you're trying to match words that don't necessarily fit originally. When we did the Weed It video, we had a hard time meshing that. Mm-hmm. And so I felt like she did a really good job of like picking up. And so kudos to her. That was a very fun video. I also think it's funny that we shot that before we opened. I swear you filmed for maybe 5 or 10 minutes because we had to open the branch. So I feel like you ran around and filmed that in less than 5 minutes. So you're really the visionary and the brain behind all of this great stuff going on.
It's not my first rodeo.
That's true, but you're a really good sneaky behind the scenes guy. Not just this podcast, but the videos that we've done for the. I also wanted you to share the one about the film festival. I wanted you to show that today at All Staff Day or put that on our YouTube channel. Can YouTube not see that? Well, anyway, he does amazing things. He does training videos for our staff. As part of the reference department, he's done multiple training videos for our staff that he has allowed me to go ahead and share with different teachers and patrons to use our databases.
And all of this while having no face.
Yeah, still no face. Am I the drama?
Yeah.
Am I? Okay.
Absolutely.
But yes, definitely Adrian is doing great things around here. And all of this on top of all of his programming and his great help to patrons. You've just been a wonderful addition to MCLS.
We haven't been recording for the last 2 minutes, by the way.
You tell me that all the time and you trick me.
Yeah, well, we haven't.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm going to start now.
We can wrap this up anytime.
Ready? Okay, now we're recording.
What are you even doing? I don't even know what you're doing. All right. Well, anything else you'd like to share about All Staff Day or programs or the library? What else is coming? Summer reading will be coming up soon. Watch your local branches for the schedule for summer reading with your youth services staff. Go on our website at mymcls.com at the events calendar. You can go ahead and search for any programs there at any branch.
A couple quick things I would like to plug. Coming up on Thursday, May 18th, we have historian and author Ted Long coming to present on the Toledo letters at the Bedford branch of the Monroe Library. So come check that out. That's again Thursday, May 18th. And then coming up well, that'll be over, so never mind on that one.
I was going to tag team about Jackie and Gary. So Jackie and Gary concert, I love them. I've talked about them before on here. They are folk singers. They're super fun. They're doing 2 concerts on Friday, May 19th at the Petersburg branch at 3 o'clock. And then again on Sunday, May 21st at the Bedford branch, which is our last Sunday for the season. We're open from Labor Day to Memorial Day. Are we open all year? Labor Day to Memorial Day for the school year. So that'll be the last one before Memorial Day, our last Sunday. And Jackie and Gary will be there performing. They're so fun. They do humor and folk songs and sing along. They're going to do a little tribute to Gordon Lightfoot with his recent passing. And that will coincidentally be my last day at Bedford. So come on out and see me. Come on out and see me at the Bedford Library. Hear Jackie and Gary. They are great fun. And you can catch them twice if you really love them that much.
This part may get cut because I don't know what we're allowed to talk about on this, but the actual plan is that we're going to stay open on Sundays all summer, counting number of patrons that come in. And if attendance stays up, we stay open. And if it falls, we close.
That sounds great. I agree with you completely that I don't know that that's been approved yet, but I love putting that out there. So you'll have to decide at your discretion, your editing discretion, whether or not we hear this or not.
I'll have to ask the boss.
Okay. Yeah, I say leave it in, but yes, come on over to the Bedford Library on Sundays in the summer. Do you want to be on the podcast, Travis? Want to be on our podcast? You what? Oh, Travis, here's another one of these gems that we have that works at the Dundee branch, and he has many talents. Plays the guitar and just does all kinds of great things on top of working at the library and putting things away and just having a great disposition. One of my good friends. All right. Anything else? What else do you want to talk about, sir? Take it away. Was there more programs besides TED? Oh yeah. What about the film screening? Or is that the one that'll be over by the time this is out?
Film screaming. I was gonna say grown up gaming, but grown up gaming is gonna be over.
Will have happened by then. Yeah, that's Saturday. Okay. Do this film
coming up on Saturday, March. Coming up on Saturday, May 27th of 2023, we will be having a science fiction double creature picture show featuring Them, the 1954 version, and Night of the Lepus. Come on, check it out. Giant animals. Lots of fun.
Hey, and is that also Memorial Day weekend? It just occurred to me now. Is that Memorial Day weekend?
I have no idea.
Okay, so Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. Come on over to the library. But yes.
This has been In the Library with
Marsha
and Adrian.
Thank you. That came off the rails bad.
From the dressing has leaked through the place.
I can't take you anywhere.
I can't take him anywhere.
I'll get
I
you.
lost my folder.
Oh
my.